There's just one word that can sum up why Shrewsbury got a canal, and that's coal. According to Joseph Plymley's book of 1803, the canal was built to bring coal to the county town from the rich coalfields around Oaken Gates. Previously, coal had been brought by road, and Plymley wrote, "The road, from the constant succession of heavy coal carriages, had become almost impassable, notwithstanding that large sums of money were annually laid out upon repairs. There was no prospect of being able to put a stop to the progress of this growing evil unless by means of a navigable canal." The waterway was totally dug by hand. Today's mechanical diggers had not been invented in the 1790s. The route from Trench had to cross the River Tern. Shrewsbury's canal nearly got delayed in opening because the original masonry aqueduct here at Longton-on-Tern got washed away in the floods. Thomas Telford put a cast iron one, which has succeeded to this day. The cast iron trough for the water included a towpath alongside for the horse. It was the first of its kind. Similar principles were used a few years later on a much grander scale for the Pont Cythosta aqueduct, which is now a World Heritage Site. Coal was burned by every household in Shrewsbury, and other demands quickly increased because the canal's 1797 opening coincided with major new industrial development. The flax mill at Ditherington also opened in the same year. The Shrewsbury Canal reached the town above the river curve at Sundawn behind the sports village and appears in this anonymous watercolour. This part of the route can, once again, be seen today thanks to clearance by Shrewsbury and Newport Canal Trust volunteers. The canal passed in front of the flax mill. It crossed beneath the Whitchurch Road and terminated at Howard Street, within sight of the castle, next to the newly built prison. Today's car park was previously a large canal basin, and a coal wharf and storage buildings surrounded it. The railway would only reach Shrewsbury some 52 years later. The first boats coming to Shrewsbury were the simple tub boats of the East Shropshire canals, and 4 would often be chained together and towed by one horse. A horse could pull much heavier loads in boats than in carts. Coal from East Shropshire was the main cargo for the first 40 years. But nationally, canals had become main transport arteries linking the great seaports with inland cities. Shrewsbury's canal was connected to this national network in 1835, when a branch was dug from Wappenshaw through Newport to join the main north-south canal, now known as the Shropshire Union Canal. The 1835 link put Shrewsbury on the national map, and goods could be imported through Ellesmere Port. A warehouse was built at Howard Street. Historian Barry Trinder has made a study of Shropshire Union Canal Company records.
When the canal first opened, yes, it was a means of taking coal to Shrewsbury, and people in Shrewsbury thought it would bring down the prices. They were a bit disappointed, but...
Well, the story goes that it halved the price of coal in Manchester overnight when the Worsley mines were connected.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but it didn't in Shrewsbury.
Why not? Was there profiteering?
Probably.
Yeah.
But then, of course, everything changes in 1835 when this lovely bridge is built, and the canal is linked to the national network, and boats from all over the place were coming through the bridge and either going under the warehouse and discharging their cargoes there, or going on to Shrewsbury or to Trent. Rum, currants, beans, wine, herrings, gunpowder, vinegar, treacle, shovels, hops, ryegrass, carpets, spades, seeds and sacking. It's an incredible variety of different things that are coming in. Now, it's not that Wappenshaw is that exceptional they were being handled here. They'd have been handled just as much in the warehouses in Shrewsbury, for example, that have long since gone, but we don't have any documentation.
Most of the cargoes Barry mentioned were carried in Shropshire Union flyboats like Saturn, and we'll look at those in a separate video.